Hi everyone. Today is Thursday, May 11th. Out here in central Indiana, the Midwest, it is a beautiful day, so I thought I would do my update outside. Look at this beautiful blue sky. It's about 75 degrees. There's a breeze. The humidity's down. The gnats are out though, unfortunately. But other than that, it is gorgeous. And good news, our local casinos are opening on Monday morning. That is just a few days away. So I'm hoping to get out there middle of next week sometime. I am not going to be there opening day, and because I have no idea what how busy our casinos are going to be. I'm hoping since it's going to be the middle of the week, I may try to go Wednesday or Thursday. Definitely avoid the weekend for the first few weeks. Hopefully I'll be able to get in some good recording time. Still not quite sure whether Indiana Grand actually allows it, but they've never told me no, so I'm just going to plug on. So I am hoping that next weekend I will have some brand new stuff for you to watch. So please stay tuned, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button, because there will be lots more awesome things to come. All right, thanks guys. I appreciate you hanging in there with me. We are hopefully almost through the worst part, and we'll just grow from here. All right, thanks guys. Take care. All right, everyone. As I just mentioned, my casino's open next week, so hopefully next week at this time, or towards the end of next week, I will have some real live video poker play for you again. But today I'm going to do one more tutorial and strategy session. The one I've picked for today is multi-strike. It's actually a pretty fun one, and I've had some good hits on this in the casino. So we're going to choose double bonus. A few people also asked me to cover a little bit more of strategy play on what hands to hold, etc. So if you're not a newbie, then this might be a little slow for you, but it'll at least show you how to play this multi-strike game. Now the object here is to get, or actually to win, 4 hands in a row and work your way up to the top. The bottom row, if you win that hand, it pays 1x, then 2x, 4x, and 8x, all the way up to the top. And there's some versions that actually will play up to 16x, all the way to the top. And I originally got hooked on this game probably, I think it's maybe been 10 years ago now, but I was playing this in Vegas, and I worked my way all the way to the top and hit aces with a kicker up there, and the hand ended up paying out a little over $4,000. So that was pretty nice, and since then I keep playing it and trying to repeat that, and it hasn't happened. So when you do max bet, you're going to bet 20 total, which is 5 for each line, and you have to win each previous line to make it up to the next line. So we won that hand, 3 of a kind. Okay, so that moves us up to the next hand. And I guess as I go, I'm going to talk a little bit about double bonus strategy as well. So for double bonus strategy, and really any strategy, a lot of people start with that, or they start with jacks or better, which is a little bit of a different strategy. So you have to also remember that if you're playing a different version of video poker, then the strategy may be different. So start with one game and learn it well before you start to learn some others. And a good way to do that is maybe like on this site, videopoker.com. You can play on here. They have tutorials. They also have games where you can play, and then if you do a wrong hold, it will tell you and show you the correct hold, and that's really one of the best ways to start out. Another way would be to get like an app on your phone that tells you which cards to hold when you have a certain hand. One of the apps that I use, it's called Video Poker Best Hold. I have it on Android. I'm assuming it comes on iPhone as well, but you'd need to check. You can also go to thewizardofodds.com, and he has a hand analyzer where you again punch in the cards that you have, and it will tell you which ones you should hold. Starting with, the basics, you would any dealt winning hand, you would of course keep that, and that's a pair, 2 pair, 3 pair, straight, flush, full house, straight, then flush, full house, straight flush, and royal flush. And again, this is very, very basic stuff. So if you've played at all, then you already know this. All right, now in this hand, the best hand to keep would be King 10. And we got a pair of 10s, so we move up again. Here, we don't have the number 4, 5, 6, 8. It's not a sequential straight, so we would want to keep just the queen. And we didn't win. So now the game ends here, and we start over again. All right, let's go for a little bit. Well, we have 2 pair, so of course we want to keep 2 pair. The only time you do not keep 2 pair in double bonus if you get dealt 2 aces and 2 other cards, because 4 aces pays so much more than anything else. You would only keep the aces in that condition. All right, we have moved up. Got a pair of jacks. That's obviously a winner. We want to keep that. Move up again. All right, and here, any pair, whether it's a winning pair or a small pair, beats a single high card. So you would keep the 8s, and we didn't win again. All right, let's see if we can work our way up again. Here we have a pair of aces. That's a winner. We will move up. All right, here we have an ace and a jack. Now, again, in double bonus, you only keep the ace unless this jack were suited. If it was a jack of clubs, then you would keep the ace and the jack. But in this situation, you would only keep the ace. And we didn't even get past the second row here. Again, here, there's nothing else other than the queen. We keep the queen. Didn't hit anything there. All right, we got 2 pair there. Keep the 2 pair. Move on up. All right, here, in this situation, we have an ace and a king, and it's suited, so we would keep both of them. And if we could work our way to the top, that would be swell. All right, same situation here. Ace, queen suited. Here there is not a continuous straight, so we will only keep the ace since the jack is not suited. All right, this is one of those hands that are tricky sometimes, and even though I've been playing for a long time, there's still hands that I sometimes have to look up just because I don't remember what's the best, or playing different versions of different games, you sometimes confuse them. So, but in this particular situation, the best hold is just the ace alone. Just holding the king and the jack has just a little bit of a lower return number than holding the ace by itself. So I'm going to hold the ace. And here, okay, we've got 2 pair, we're moving up. All right, and finally we're gonna move on up. And of course here you would keep the aces. And here we have a pair of 8s. Now we also have the 7, 8, 10, which is 3 to a straight flush. However, when you have any pair, you're going to hold the pair over the 3 to the straight flush, unless it's 3 to the royal, and in which case you would use that. All right, if I could ever get up to the top. Here is another one of those tricky hands. You might look at the ace jack and say, oh, let's just keep those 2 because that's, a potential to hit a royal. But actually the correct hold would be to hold all 4 of these, because you can pair any of those, or you can hit the 10 to make a straight. And we got none. All right. All right, 2 pair. Now there's also a chance on this game where you can get something called a free ride. Every once in a while a card will pop up, make a fancy noise, and say free ride, which means even if you don't win the hand, you still get to move up to the next line. And those are always kind of fun. All right, here we have 4. 4 to the flush, so we're going to keep those. And here you would keep the king, queen. 2 jacks, since that's a winning hand, that of course beats 4 to the flush. And we again have 4 to the flush. And we hit it. All right, we finally made it to the top. Now this is where you want to get a good hand. And I have not much, so you're going to keep your 1 face card. Oh, I almost missed that. Actually, you would not keep your 1 face card. You have 3 sequential for a straight flush, so you would keep those. Those are quite a bit higher payout probability than holding just the jack. And if we could get the 8x, that would be awesome. And we got nothing again. Okay, now here's another tricky one again. You have the single high card and you have 3 to the straight flush, but they are not sequential, and you've got 2 gaps here between the 4 and the 7. So in this situation, it would be better to hold the king. And like I said, there's so many of these hands that are just really close or iffy, so definitely get yourself an app or check out the Wizard of Odds to help you with some of those tricky hands. All right, there, you finally caught a free ride. Although we ended up with a winning hand, so it really doesn't do us any good, but you could see how those would be helpful if you didn't hit anything. Okay, now here we've got a shot at something. Still 3 of a kind times 8. Not too shabby. We have a win overall. All right. Okay, so I think that gives you a pretty good idea of this game. It's actually a pretty fun game. Again, something a little different than the basic game, and you have a lot of choices of different varieties of video poker games to play. But like I said, if you're just learning, I would suggest choose either double bonus or jacks are better, and learn either one of those first, because they do have different strategies. Once you learn jacks are better, bonus poker is a little more exciting because it gives you a little chance to give you higher hits, but it is almost identical to the jacks are better strategy. From there you can see all these others that you can play, and you can go on from there if you want to learn more. But start with 1, work your way up, get out there and have some fun. And I am hoping that next weekend I will have some actual casino play to show you. So once again, if you have not hit that subscribe button, I can't say that right now, please do that for me. I promise you I'll be getting back out there in the casino and have a little more fun action for you to watch. All right, hope you guys are all having a great day. I'm going to go back out and enjoy this beautiful weather, I think. So take care, and until next time, this is Alice. Bye.